everyone, welcome to Bacha Today. In last session we discussed about the cytoplasm and the cytoskeleton. In today's session we are going to discuss about the organelles which are present inside the eukaryotic cells. So when we talk about the organelles, we are going to discuss these organelles in very detail. But before that, one should know about whether they are membrane bound or not. So depending upon that, there are three categories basically. आणि खूप सारे क्वेश्चन्स MCQ क्वेश्चन याच्यातून जनरेट होतात आणि खूप सारे क्वेश्चन्स विचारले पण गेले. ठीक आहे. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द ऑर्गनेल्स, depending upon whether they are membrane bound or not. The one which is not membrane bound one, that is nothing but, so there are three categories basically: single membrane bound, double membrane bound, and no membrane bound. So non-membrane bound organelle is ribosome. We know that they are freely there. When there is necessity of the protein synthesis, they will going to attach to the endoplasmic reticulum. So ribosomes does not consist of the membrane. So non-membrane bound organelle is nothing but the ribosome. In case of animal cell, centriole is also one of the answer. When there is a question about non-membrane bound organelle, the answer will going to be ribosome. But if there is no option like ribosome, and if there is one of the option is like the centriole, in case of the animal cell, centriole is the answer. So centriole also does not consist of the membrane bound thing. Okay? Then there is the double membrane structure. Double membrane means two membranes are present to that organelle. So it consists of majorly mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. ATP synthesis will going to occur in the mitochondria. So it is like having the double membrane. One is folded one is smooth one. So outer membrane is smooth in case of the mitochondria, and folded one is in case of the inner membrane. Outer membrane is smooth, inner membrane is having the folded. आपण इन डिटेल माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया डिस्कस करणार आहोत. आपण प्रत्येक ऑर्गनल इन डिटेल डिस्कस करणार. ठीक आहे. बट दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ द माइंड मॅप विच इज व्हेरी मच इसेंशियल फॉर द MCQ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ठीक आहे. नेक्स्ट इज प्लास्टिड्स. प्लास्टिड्स, वन ऑफ द प्लास्टिड्स इज नथिंग बट द क्लोरोप्लास्ट. ठीक आहे. सो इट हॅविंग द डबल मेम्ब्रेन स्ट्रक्चर. याला सुद्धा काय आहे? डबल मेम्ब्रेन आहे. बोथ मेम्ब्रेन्स आर दी स्मूथ वन. ठीक है. So mitochondria are there, plastids are there, and the major one, that is nothing but the nucleus, boss of the cell. So nucleus is also double membrane structure. Nucleus is also double membrane structure. So it having the double membrane, have with the some of the pores are which are present. That's why it is not the continuous one. ठीक है ना, याच्यामध्ये pores present असतात. But these three organelles are double membrane one. क्वेश्चन विचारलाच जातो की डबल मेम्ब्रेन ऑर्गन, वेदर इट इज द स्टेट बोर्ड एग्जाम, CBSE एग्जाम और दी नीट एग्जाम और दी CET एग्जाम, क्वेश्चन विल बी देअर लाइक दिस. सो डबल मेम्ब्रेन कुठले कुठले आहेत? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया इज देअर, प्लास्टिड्स आर देअर, अँड द न्यूक्लियस इज देअर. प्लास्टिड ऑल्सो कन्सिस्ट ऑफ द ल्युकोप्लास्ट, क्रोमोप्लास्ट आर ऑल्सो देअर, अँड क्लोरोप्लास्ट इज द मेजर विच वी नो विच डूइंग द फोटोसिंथेसिस वन. ठीक है. सो आंसर इज for the double membrane. Where double membrane is present? Double membrane is present in case of mitochondria, in case of plastids, and in case of the nucleus. All these three organelles are double membrane one. And non-membrane one are the ribosome. If we consider the animal cell, then ribosome and the centriole. When we consider plant cell, we can only talk about the ribosomes, which are free, which are non-membrane bound. And all the other one are the single membrane. So it will consist of endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, cilia, flagella. ठीक है ना. So all the other organelles which are present, lysosome, they are also single membrane. ठीक है. Vesicles, different inclusions which are present, they are all single membrane one. ठीक है. तर सगळ्यांमध्ये काय आहे? सिंगल मेम्ब्रेन आहे. So you have to remember this complete thing, that non-membrane bound are the ribosomes, non-membranous are the ribosomes, and the centriole if it is in case of the animal cell. single membrane, endoplasmic reticle, Golgi apparatus, all the other except this and this one. So better you remember non-membrane and the double membrane one. Double membrane consists of mitochondria. You can see here outer one is smooth and inner one is having the foldings different. Then plastid consists of leucoplast, chromoplast and the chloroplast. So it having the double membrane, both the membranes are smooth one, regular one, there is no irregularity in between them. And then nucleus is there, which is also a double membrane structure which having pores. So these are nothing but the pores, but this is also basically the double membrane structure. Understand this? So this is nothing but the kind of the overview of which organelles we are going to discuss inside the cell. So let's begin with the nucleus. So you have to remember which one is double membrane and which one is non-membrane. So let's discuss with the nucleus. So who discovered the nucleus? In the same history we already discussed that. Who discussed the nucleus? Who discovered the nucleus? Who discovered the nucleus? Robert Brown is the one who first observed the nucleus. Robert Brown in the ostrich egg. Robert Brown first observed the nucleus in the ostrich egg cell. Ostrich egg cell is the largest cell. Yes. So Robert Brown first observed the nucleus. That is dense material is present inside the cell and that is known as the nucleus. So Robert Brown first observed the nucleus. So what is this nucleus is actually? So nucleus is the double membrane structure. आताच आपण बघितलं, isn't it? So nucleus is the double membrane structure, but it is not the continuous one. It consists of the pores. That is known as the nuclear pores. So this is nothing but the double membrane. So this membrane we call it as the outer membrane. This is nothing but the inner membrane, and inside that space, this space is known as the perinuclear space. It is known as the perinuclear space. Peri means surface. So surface having the membrane, and in between that two membrane, inner membrane and outer membrane, that space which is in between the outer and inner membrane, it is known as the perinuclear space. And this is known as the nuclear pore. This is known as the nuclear pore. Okay? Together with this outer membrane and inner membrane, we call it as a karyotheca. We call it as a karyotheca. Karyo stands for nucleus and theca stands for what? Covering. So inner membrane, outer membrane, together we call it as a karyotheca, and the space in between these two membrane we call it as a perinuclear space. There are presence of these pores, and we call these pores as the nuclear pores. Why these pores are so important? Why such kind of the pores are there? Okay, थोडाच वेळात तुम्हाला आन्सर मिळेल. So of course for the kind of the exchange purpose it is very much required. So inside that there is the presence of the fluid material. So like in the cell मध्ये जसं fluid material आहे, that is nothing but the cytoplasm. Inside nucleus also there is the presence of the matrix, and that we call it as a what? That we call it as a nucleoplasm. That we call it as a nucleoplasm, as it is present within the nucleus. That's why it is known as the nucleoplasm. Then there is the presence of the dense material inside that, also within the nucleus also, and that we call it as a nucleolus. This we call it as a nucleolus. Okay? So dense material inside the nucleus is known as the nucleolus, which is the major site for the synthesis of the rRNA and the protein and the ribosomes. So basically rRNA and the ribosomes are because of the nucleolus. Okay? We know that ribosomes are made up of rRNA and protein, and where this rRNA is going to form? They are going to form in the nucleolus. Then major, that is nothing but DNA. So this is nothing but the chromatin fiber. So this is nothing but the chromatin, and we know that chromatin is nothing but the long thread of DNA which is get folded around the proteins, histone proteins, non-histone proteins, and we get the chromatin. जेव्हा सेल डिवाइड होत नसते तेव्हा ते कुठल्या फॉर्ममध्ये असतात, क्रोमॅटिन. अँड वेन देअर इज नीड ऑफ सेल डिव्हिजन, सो सेल डिव्हिजनमध्ये सेल डिव्हिजनच्या दरम्यान काय होत असतं, सो दिस क्रोमॅटिन गेट कंडेन्स अँड दे विल फॉर्म दी क्रोमोझोम्स. ठीक आहे. when this chromatin get condensed they will form the chromosomes. When they will form the chromosome, during the cell division and basically in the metaphase state. ठीक आहे ना. जेव्हा पण सेल डिव्हिजन होत असते तेव्हा मेटाफेजमध्ये तुम्हाला जो क्रोमोझोम बघायचे असतील तर आपण कुठल्या स्टेजमध्ये बघू शकतो, मेटाफेज. जेव्हा मेटाफेज स्टेज चालू होते सेलची डिवाइड होताना तेव्हा काय होत असतं, दिस क्रोमॅटिन गेट कंडेन्स इन टू द क्रोमोझोम अँड दॅट इज द विजिबल फॉर्म दॅट वन कॅन see these chromosomes under the microscope when there is cell division is going on. At which stage? Metaphase stage. ठीक आहे ना. मेटाफेज जेव्हा चालू असेल तेव्हा आपण क्लिअरली बघू शकतो की yes these are the chromosomes and chromosomes are nothing but the condensed form of the chromatin. ठीक आहे. So we are drawing here chromatin only rather than the chromosome. ठीक आहे. So this is nothing but the genetic material. So this is what the content of the nucleus. So nucleus consists of outer membrane, inner membrane. The space between two, it is known as the perinuclear space, which together we can call it as a karyotheca. Nucleus also having the nuclear pores. Inside nucleus there is the presence of the material, liquid material, we call it as a nucleoplasm. Nucleolus is present inside the cell and chromatin is present. Okay, so this is nothing but the kind of the structure of the nucleus. Then see one by one what will going to happen with the help of the outer membrane and inner membrane. Understand this up to this? So membrane will going to provide what? Membrane will going to provide the protection, support and shape to the nucleus. That is what about the membrane. What about the nuclear pores which are present? Nuclear pores which are present. So these pores are going to help. So this is one membrane, this is another, this and this and triangle. This is nothing but our pore. So this pore is get guarded by the annulus. Here it is the present one structure which is known as the annulus. Okay. So this is nothing but the annulus. So this structure is present. A pore म्हणजे डायरेक्ट काही पोर्स होल्स नसतात. सो these are guarded by the cells and these cells are nothing but, these guards are nothing but the annulus. This is known as the annulus. Why they are required? Why we call it as a guard? So they will having the kind of the eye which substance is going out and what kind of the things are going out of the nucleus. ठीक आहे ना. सो न्यूक्लियस मधनं काय काय बाहेर जाणार आहे हे कोण गार्ड करणार आहे, याच्यावर कोण लक्ष ठेवणार आहे, annulus. Annulus is known as the guard. ठीक है. Annulus is known as the guard. So within this nuclear pore here there is the presence of the guard and that guard is nothing but the annulus. Remember this, that guard is nothing but the annulus. Between two membrane whatever pores are present that are guarded by the annulus. So they will keep eye whether which kind of the things are going out of the nucleus. न्यूक्लियसच्या बाहेर काय काय जाणार आहे त्या सगळ्या गोष्टींवर लक्ष कोणाचं असणार आहे, annulus. काय जाऊ शकतं बाहेर, न्यूक्लियसच्या बाहेर काय काय जाऊ शकणार आहे लॉजिकली. सो वी नो दॅट क्रोमॅटिन इज देअर, सो DNA इज देअर, isn't it? So DNA replication going to occur. DNA replication नंतर काय होणार आहे, RNAs फॉर्म होणार आहे. दॅट इज नथिंग बट द प्रोसेस ऑफ ट्रान्सक्रिप्शन. करेक्ट. सो DNA नंतर काय होणार आहे, ट्रान्सक्रिप्शन होऊन काय तयार होणार आहे, RNA काय करणार आहे, प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस. पण हे प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस कुठे होणार आहे, दिस प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस गोइंग टू ऑकर इन द सायटोप्लाझम. सो RNAला बाहेर यायला लागणार आहे. RNA कुठून बाहेर येणार मग, ऑफकोर्स थ्रू दी annulus, ऑफकोर्स थ्रू द न्यूक्लियर pores. Understand this? So through nuclear pores what will going to come out from the nucleus, that is nothing but the RNA. Understand this? mRNA, rRNA and tRNA. We know that rRNA going to form in the nucleus, ribosomes are going to form in the nucleus, they are going to assemble in the cytoplasm. पण फॉर्मेशन कुठे होणार आहे, रायबोझोम्सचं न्यूक्लियोलसला. सो ते सुद्धा कुठून बाहेर येणार आहे, they will also going to come out through the nuclear pore. So त्यांना बाहेर यायला काय पाहिजे, जागा पाहिजे, and that space is provided by the nuclear pores. Through that nuclear pores this RNA is going to be come out of the cell, come out of the nucleus and come into the cytoplasm where actually protein synthesis will going on. That the process is known as the translation. That's why there is presence of these pores. Understand this? So it is known as the annulus. So every nuclear pore is guarded by the annulus. That part we call it as a annulus. Understand this? And why it is required? For the transport of RNAs, all the type of RNA and ribosomes. Understand this? Next is nucleoplasm. Sorry. Next is nucleoplasm. Plasm, we know that fluid material which is present inside the nucleus. That's why we call it as a nucleoplasm. So nucleoplasm मध्ये काय काय कंटेंट असलं पाहिजे? So basic content काय काय असलं पाहिजे? All the ions which are required for the replication. So जेव्हा रेप्लिका बनत असते, DNA त्याच्यासारखी आयडेंटिकल कॉपी जेव्हा बनवत असतो तेव्हा त्याला नंबर ऑफ डिफरंट एन्झाइम्स लागतात. So that enzymes are also present in the nucleoplasm. To get activated that enzymes, some ions are required like magnesium and manganese ions are required. That is also the part of this nucleoplasm. Okay, so magnesium and the manganese ions are also present within this nucleoplasm. अजून काय लागणार आहे? For the synthesis again. Okay, so RNAs will be there. Whatever RNAs will going to synthesis, that is also the part of the nucleoplasm. All the three, that is tRNA, mRNA and rRNA will be present. Once they synthesize, where they are going to present? They are going to present in the cytoplasm. So they are going to present in the nucleoplasm. जोपर्यंत ते cytoplasm मध्ये येते तोपर्यंत ते कसला part असणार आहे? Yes, they are the part of the nucleoplasm. Understand this? And what is the role again? To hold this nuclear material, that is nothing but the chromatin, to hold the nucleoplasm, nucleolus, that is the role of the nucleoplasm. Inner to this, there is also presence of the one structure, one thing that we call it as a nuclear lamina. Nuclear lamina, which is present inside the inner membrane. Inner membrane लगेच आतमध्ये कोण असणार आहे? लॅमिना प्रेझेंट असणार आहे. ठीक आहे. आउटर साइडला कोण प्रेझेंट आहे? This outer membrane is exposed to cytoplasm, inner membrane is exposed to nuclear lamina, and then nucleoplasm is present. Understand this? So this is what about the structure of the nucleus. What will chromatin going to do? Chromatin is the basic thing which is required for the hereditary purpose. Understand this? Whatever heredity and variation is there, that is because of that part, because of the chromatin. We know that chromatin having the euchromatin and the heterochromatin. Euchromatin means true chromatin. ज्याचं ट्रान्सक्रिप्शन होणार आहे, दॅट इज नोन ॲज दी यूक्रोमॅटिन, अँड मेजर पार्ट इज ऑल्सो द हेटेरोक्रोमॅटिन. ठीक आहे. सो क्रोमॅटिन कन्सिस्ट ऑफ बोथ द पार्ट यूक्रोमॅटिन अँड दी हेटेरोक्रोमॅटिन. ठीक आहे. सो बेसिकली व्हॉट इज द रोल ऑफ दिस chromatin? Chromatin, we know that it is nothing but it consists of the DNA along with the histone and non-histone protein. So DNA is going to do what? So heredity and variation, that is the part of the DNA. Central dogma is going to followed by the DNA. So DNA going to get formed RNA to protein synthesis. So RNA to protein synthesis is only possible when DNA to RNA will be there. That is nothing but the transcription will be there. So that is nothing but the major function of this chromatin, or we can say the nucleus. So we know that when chromatin get contains, we call it as a chromosome. So we having 46 chromosome. We can say 23 pairs of chromosomes are there. When we going to observe this under the microscope, when cell get divide and at the stage of the metaphase. Otherwise, they are in the long thread form, compact form, that we call it as a chromatin with the histone and non-histone protein. Understand this? When we talk about this nucleus is either eccentric or the centric one. So this is plant cell, this is animal cell. So जेव्हा nucleus ची location आपण बघतो, we know that centrally located nucleus is present in case of the animal cell, but due to presence of the large central vacuole, it is eccentric in case of the plant cell. Eccentric means what? At one side. Centric means what? At the center. So असं गरजेचं नाही आहे की न्यूक्लियस प्रत्येक सेलमध्ये सेंट्रलीच लोकेटेड असला पाहिजे. ठीक आहे. इन केस ऑफ प्लांट सेल इट इज इसेंट्रिक वन. इट शिफ्टेड टू वन साइड. व्हाय? बिकॉज वन लार्ज सेंट्रल वॅक्यूल इज प्रेझेंट इन केस ऑफ द प्लांट सेल. दॅट्स वाय इट गेट शिफ्टेड. स्ट्रक्चर सेम आहे. स्ट्रक्चरली both the nucleus are same, all the components are same one, but location is different. Understand this? So when we talk about the basophile cells, they are present at the base. That's why nucleus is present at the base. That's why we call it as a basophiles. ठीक आहे. सो बेसोफाईलच्या कंडिशनमध्ये काय होतं, न्यूक्लियस हा बेसला प्रेझेंट असतो. सो दिस इज द बेसोफाईल. सो न्यूक्लियस इज प्रेझेंट समवेअर हिअर. So location is different according to requirement, according to function, according to what kind of the organelles are present inside the cell. So location ही change होऊ शकते. Basically we have to remember this eccentric and the centric. Centric in case of animal cell, nucleus is centric. In case of plant cell, nucleus is eccentric. It's shifted to one side. Why? Because there is the presence of large central vacuole. That is what the reason behind that. Understand this? So structure is also vary. Not component, but structure get vary. Like somewhere it is bilobe, somewhere it is multilobe or single lobe. ठीक है. So nucleus can be single lobe, it can be a bilobe, two lobes are there. So somewhere it is multilobe. So generally जेव्हा आपण blood cells वगैरे डिस्कस करतो त्या केसमध्ये न्यूक्लियस हा व्हॅरी करतो. त्यांचे लोब स्ट्रक्चर याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला दिसतं. ठीक आहे. सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दॅट दिस व्हेरिएशन्स आर देअर इन दी न्यूक्लियस. ठीक आहे. दिस इज नथिंग बट दी व्हेरिएशन. When we talk about the chromatin, we know that two types of chromatins are there. Means that chromatin having two parts, that is euchromatin and the heterochromatin. Euchromatin means true chromatin which is going to transcribe into RNA, and other part we call it as a heterochromatin. Okay. So what is the major function of this nucleus? DNA replication. DNA replication झालं तरच डिव्हिजन होऊ शकेल. ठीक आहे ना. इफ DNA नॉट गेट रेप्लिकेटेड, डिव्हिजन पॉसिबल आहे का? नाही. सेलला डिवाइड होण्यासाठी सगळे कंपोनेंट डबल झाले पाहिजे. सो वन्स DNA गेट रेप्लिकेटेड, दॅट इज नोन ॲज द कॅरिओकायनासिस. सेल डिव्हिजनचा जो पार्ट ज्याच्यामध्ये न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड होतो त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, कॅरिओकायनासिस. कॅरिओकायनासिस होण्यासाठी DNA रेप्लिकेशन इज द मेजर स्टेप विच गोइंग टू ऑकर इन द इंटरफेस. सेल सायकलमध्ये आपण खूप डिटेलमध्ये स्टडी करणार या सगळ्या गोष्टी. सो इंटरफेस जी असते तिच्यामध्ये DNA रेप्लिकेशन वगैरे सगळं होतं आणि नंतरच सेल डिव्हिजन पॉसिबल आहे. ठीक आहे. नंतरच न्यूक्लिअर डिव्हिजन पॉसिबल आहे आणि सायटोप्लाझमिक कंटेंट डिव्हिजन पॉसिबल आहे. But first is DNA replication be there. So DNA replication is nothing but the formation of the identical copy or replica copy of the DNA. So that is one the thing. Then the central dogma, formation of RNAs, that is nothing but the transcription. Ribosomes are also the part of this, isn't it? So all the kind of the things. So we can say nucleus is the master of the cell, or we can say boss of the cell. So everything will be going to control because genetic material is present inside the nucleus itself. So this is nothing but the function of the nucleus. Understand this? This is nothing but the functions of the nucleus. So understand this. So basically nucleus is double membrane one. This membrane are irregular because pores are present. These pores are known as the nuclear pore. Double membrane is there. One is outer membrane, one is inner membrane. Inside the space, that space we call it as a perinuclear space. Together we can call it as a karyotheca. There are nuclear pores, but they are guarded by the annulus. So exit will be controlled by the annulus. So what is present in the nucleoplasm? Nucleoplasm is nothing but the liquid material which is present inside the nucleus, that is known as the nucleoplasm. So whatever things which are required for the DNA replication, for the RNA formation, different types of ions are required, different types of enzymes are required, ATPs are required. So that is nothing but the part of the nucleoplasm. Along with that nucleoplasm, inside that there is a presence of the nuclear lamina which is just near to the inner membrane. Then there is the presence of nucleolus, which is the dense material which is present inside the nucleus, and that nucleus is having the role in the ribosome synthesis or rRNA synthesis. Okay. So next is what about the chromatin? Chromatin is nothing but our genetic material, that is nothing but the DNA. Chromatin is nothing but the kind of the long thread of DNA which get wounded around the proteins. That proteins are nothing but the histone proteins. Some of non-histone proteins are also there. कारण ती खूप DNA खूप long आहे. It is very long. So that should be get compacted in a single cell. प्रत्येक सेलमध्ये तो खूप कॉम्पॅक्ट मध्ये पाहिजे, and that compact thing is nothing but the chromatin. So chromatin having euchromatin and the heterochromatin. Euchromatin one which going to be trans-type one. That's why it is known as U. U stands for true. ठीक है. So the genetic material is present there, and when we want to see the chromosome, that is only possible during the cell division, particularly at the metaphase. This chromatin get condensed and they will form the chromosome. They will form the chromosome. So this is nothing but the chromosome that one can see under the microscope during the cell division at metaphase. Understand this? So this is nothing but about the nucleus. Okay. In next session we are going to discuss about the endomembrane system, which consists of endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome and all that things. Okay.